Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Good to see you here on this night. That is the night that this night is.
it certainly is this night, which it is tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's good to see you all. Oh, Synthwave Nightbeat. Yeah, we've been playing some Dying Light 2 in co-op, and it's been very fun.
We've been so desperate for anything that comes close to being Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead but multiplayer. And for whatever reason, Project Zomboid, which probably is that, just hasn't. We just keep bouncing off of.
Yeah.
So now we're trying out Dying Light 2, which really isn't like Cataclysm at all, except that it's got zombies, but it is fun. I like jumping around with my wife.
I like it too. Also, I think you need to turn the sensitivity up on your gums. Just a little bit.
My gums?
Your gums, yeah, you're talking about.
My gums are already pretty sensitive.
Your microphone sensitivity. Mirror, welcome. Hi.
Hey, hi, welcome.
Oh, God. So, hope chat, you're all having a good time. Hope you all had a good weekend. I spent my weekend doing some filming and some baking for something. Suffice to say, I was making bread last night. And got some good footage of that. Next weekend, I'm finally baking Monster Energy bread.
Yay!
In part, the reason that I was baking bread today was I want to have like a control loaf to show, hey, this is what real bread looks like. This is what a real loaf that I make looks like.
Control.
Oh, that's true. There's folks that aren't familiar with Monster Energy bread.
Uh-oh.
So Monster Energy bread is bread, except instead of adding water, your typical bread recipe is salt, yeast, flour, and water. Just throw the water away and replace it with Monster Energy, equivalent amount of Monster Energy. I don't know what's going to happen. I suspect it's not going to rise very well. But what I do know is that chat did raise like $2,000 to make me make this for charity, I should say. And yeah. But the reason
Monster Energy bread sounds like a very bombastically bad time. Gatorade bread sounds like if depression was a meal. That sounds so sad.
Yeah.
And soda bread uses baking soda rather than soda, but beer bread uses beer, which is like silly soda.
Ah, funny soda. Hee-hoo soda.
Hee-hoo soda.
But yeah, in part, I made the bread because I wanted a control loaf, and in part, though I've used my stand mixer for smoothings and stuff, I've not actually mixed anything in it yet, so I thought, I don't want the first thing that I make in this to be Monster Energy bread. That just feels like starting things off on the wrong foot.
That's like trying to christen your boat with champagne, but the bottle doesn't break and it just punches a hole in the boat.
Oh, Wario Land 3. Oh my god. I think I only played the GBA Wario Lands. Those were fun as hell.
I had... Was that the only one that was on the old Game Boy? Because I had a Wario Land on there, and it was really good.
I gotta mute myself for just a second.
Okay. Oh.
Done. Oh, you would have heard that on Discord, huh? Yeah, okay. Are we sure the Monster Energy won't mutate the yeast into a monster? If I make a Goosebumps monster by accident, I will tell y'all. I will be filming this because I didn't want to just, show
if you
pictures
make that
of monster
horrible
bread.
Little purple slime dude from Ghost Rider that gave me nightmares as a kid.
Wait, from Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any slime dudes in Ghost Rider. I thought there was just...
Yeah, there was like a weird purple slime man who wore like a black leather jacket, and I hated him.
Monster Blood. Yeah, I remember Monster Blood. I don't remember the slime man from Ghostwriter though. What the fuck?
Oh man.
All I remember about Ghostwriter, the one episode I remember, and it was one that we got shown in school, was it was about video piracy, I think, because Ghostwriter was like, "This says FBI copyright warning. What is that?" And
Oh.
all the kids went on a magical adventure learning about what video piracy is. And I'm just like, at the time, I'm like, wow, learning. In retrospect, I'm like, I'm in the UK. What? Why?
That's a good point.
Why is this?
Yeah, Gooey Gus. That's it. That's
Oh my God.
See, Unnatural 20's got my back, like always. Oh, they're so horrible. I haven't looked at them in like.
What the fuck?
25 years or something, probably. And oh my God.
Is that.
Oh, he's just as bad as I remember.
Why was that on Ghostwriter?
To torment me, specifically. To give me nightmares as a kid, which it did too.
I don't remember anything particularly weird about Ghostwriter. It was just like the one supernatural.
The only thing I can remember.
The one supernatural element I remember about Ghostwriter was the titular Ghostwriter's big naturals, if you will. Like fucking, just a little glowing orb that went around and was like kind of rude to the kids sometimes. Okay, it was a departure in tone. Okay, good. Good to know this was a manic episode. Anyway. We're here to play Super Lesbian Animal RPG.
We're here to play the Ghostwriter video game.
Yeah. We have a couple of goals set up that you'll be able to see if you just scroll down just a skosh in Twitch. We've got a new follower goal, a new subscriber goal, so if you ever feel like helping us out, best thing you can do is talk about us to your friends and say, hey, I think these girls are pretty cool. You should give them a follow and watch their stuff. Yeah. Apple juice. Thank you, Milo.
If you follow us, you can have apple juice.
Is that one of the free emotes? I think that's one of the subscriber emotes.
If you pay us money, you get to have apple juice.
That's generally how these things go, yes.
That is generally how things go. So, real quick before we start, just as a heads up, there is a small but non-zero chance I might get a late night phone call that I'm going to have to take, which might force us to end stream early. I don't think I'll get it, but just so that y'all are aware. Okay.
Oh, Melody, thank you.
Planning on doing a shout out once all the trans folks stop paying attention to my channel. Oh no.
Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry that's going on.
Maybe they'll all get trapped inside of the Harry Potter game and be sealed away forever.
Bad fucking wizard game. Hey, shout outs to Rock Paper Shotgun, because not only have they not acknowledged that the fucking Harry Potter game's happening, what they've done instead is like, hey, this week we're doing coverage of indie games about magic and stuff, and like especially indie games done by minority folks and queer folks, and I'm like, yeah, amazing. Oh no, oh Melody, I'm sorry.
Ugh. I'm so sorry.
That sucks so bad.
I will eat them all. I will bite them in half.
I will just vaporize them with my beam.
Your beam.
My beam. My beams. I fire them from my feet.
Whoa.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, add that to the Jax lore. Okay, right.
Draxalor. Oh yeah, so our town is under attack and may have already been destroyed. Yay!
Let's get some beach merch.
Let's have some beach times.
Hey, I thought you worked in the Amber Woods. What are you doing here on the beach?
I've got multiple part-time jobs. What can I say? My talents are needed in many places. Okay, yeah, great. More importantly, how are things in Greenridge? Everyone okay? Oh, sure, I guess. I've been here all day, though. I have been hearing a lot of, like, explosions and screaming and... Why, is there something I should be worried about back in town?
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Yeah, it might be a good call to stay out here for now, dude.
Well, regardless, care to buy anything?
They're still being transphobic towards you when you're still an egg. Fucking... That's fucking rotten. Fucking...
Baller. Shitty.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. Oh my god, it's better than all our current armor. I love video games. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, we need these.
Yes. Oh my god. Ah. No magic cake or gelato?
What?
You can't sell that. What about our memories?
It's true. There doesn't seem to be any magic cake or gelato.
Well, it makes me sad. Thanks for the business. And that's no bull. Oh yeah, dressed up like Metaton. Good for her.
Oh.
You know, Claire was wearing a faux leather vest, but if you think about it, she was also wearing a regular leather vest.
It's true. Oh wow, tropical shirt. Kind of thanks Jodie's magic defense. I can't believe it.
Oh. Basically sat on your picnic sets until you realized there was no way I was using them all before I finished the final dungeon. I'm such an item hoarder in these games. It's so hard for me to actually use them. It's the worst.
It's probably best not to sit on your picnic sets.
Yeah, the sandwiches get all flat. And so do the sodas, but in different ways.
Crustaceous Conjurer!
The fuck's the name of the Professor Goomba in Thousand Year Door?
Oh, Dr. Coomber?
Dr. Goomber. Well, that's what it is now.
Definitely not Dr. Coomber.
Thing is, Melly makes it kind of very easy to not use your consumables. This is apropos of nothing really, but this did something I really kind of enjoyed with Mother 3 and to a lesser extent Earthbound, which is making the main character also your main healer.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's neat.
I like it. Yeah, you never find yourself having to go back to an inn or anything like that. That's very good. There. Never have too much.
Additional MIPS acquired.
Oh?
Oh, wow. Some actual snake oil.
Is that a... Wait, what? Did I just miss it? Oh, it's an armor.
It's armor.
Oh, 75% immunity to poisons. Oh.
It's Charmer.
Charmer. Got it. That makes sense.
Shame it's snake oil, not eel oil, because then that would be. You would put your Charmer eel on. Shut up.
God. What the? Oh, we're in the astral plane.
Far out lighthouse. Big bag lighthouse. Claire, why can't we get the Green Ridge's warp? Oh my god. Jeeves must have blocked it off.
This is bad, guys. We'll need to find another way to Greenridge pronto. Are they gonna yell at us if we just... Let's not go back to Mumford. But it's nice to know that we can go.
It is true.
Ooh. Oh, video
that aesthetic water.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna have a look at the map real quick.
It's currently lo-fi tide.
Very good.
Smiles audibly.
Okay, so we do have to go across this. So I just want to scooch back here because I gotta check. And oh, that's okay.
Right.
That's fine. I thought there was further to go there, but there sure wasn't.
Quick trivia question coming in from a natural 20.
Oh boy.
Scared.
Mm-hmm.
What real-world lighthouse is the one in the game based on? My ass? The Jiminy Cricket Memorial Lighthouse in Utah.
It was so sad when he died during the filming of Bad Pinocchio.
Bad Pinocchio just straight up ate him. I'm a real boy! I can eat food now! No spoilers, there's something in the endgame around here that absolutely forced me to finally crank the difficulty to easy. Oh boy.
Ooh.
I like that the game's got those bespoke grindy spots, and I also like that I don't feel like we've needed to use them.
Absolutely. Come on, we're almost there. Greenridge is directly north. Oh, this is where the snails were having their picnic earlier. Oh.
Ah. Must have finished their picnic.
Just scoot back to Melody's house just real quick.
Just a quick nap. I've always wondered what's behind this door near my house, but I guess it's none of my business.
Whoop.
Ah, enemy
and enemy. Oh, you're welcome for the new echolalia, chat. Do you need help getting that peanut butter out of your mouth?
I stole all of M&M's M&M's.
M&M's M&M's.
Uh-huh.
Feels bad beating up some of these enemies.
They're so cute. These are straight out of a Kirby game.
Yeah, oh my god, they are. Whoa! Okay, yeah, nice. I forgot this was like a level 1 area.
Nice pants, team.
Looking cool, Joker. Yeah.
That would have been so funny if you could get that far, and then they'd be like, no, we don't have time for you to go home. Hi, Shadow. You still doing okay? It's been 3 or 4 days since I've been home. The enemies are so annoying at first. I welcome the opportunity to punk them. Punk those
Oh. Always nice to see some of Faith's art out in the wild.
Check out the Allison poster. Oh, check out the toilet. Toilet.
Toilet.
Toilet.
Toilet.
Fucking great. Toilet.
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 I'm already squeaky clean. Already remembered to take my hormones and anxiety meds today. Now always keep extras on me in case I spend the night at Allison's. Or in a flying desert town full of zombies. Toilet. Whoops, looks like I left my laptop open on my blog overnight. Oh yeah, I was looking through my photos and reminiscing, huh?
God.
Wow, look at the way I was looking at Allison here. We weren't even dating yet. Guess this is why our friends were none of our friends were surprised when we announced we were dating a few months back.
Okay, we've been through this dialogue, so let's just.
Beep bop, scribbity scrap. Allison had a few of these autograph posters made last winter solstice. Gave them to everyone in our gift exchange. Said they'd be valuable someday. Who am I talking to? Of course, it was only a gag gift, and then she gave everyone their real gifts. And it got her real good when I called her bluff and actually hung it up. Wow, that's a really obvious ploy for attention, huh? I can't believe it took me so long to figure out I had a huge crush on her.
I'm right here.
I know! Oh, I wish she'd said something about that. That would have been great.
I did like that everyone was just like, toilet.
Toilet. It's me and Allison. We look so cute together in this one. Allison has the same photo hanging in her house. How is that possible? The cross-dimensional. Whoa. Oh dang, I like that. It's the
yeah, go on.
The party time, the paladin dance.
Congrats, you did it.
They're palladancing. It's like a lap dance, but it's backwards.
It focused on what was important about the flavor text on returning with a full party, namely toilet.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, do you think that like the ent.jpg is going to have been turned evil or something?
Oh, I hope so. Oh, yeah, it has, and it's eaten the whole town.
Oh god.
No. No. Oh my god. We're too late. No, there has to be something we can do. This must be an illusion or something.
Claire. Meatballs.
Oh no. Beverly. Where's Beverly? Is she okay? Is she...
Crap. Yeah! Yes!
No! Don't remember who did these.
Boy, are we glad to see you. Right back at you, buddy. You guys hurt? Here, let me patch you up.
Oh. Is this the kind of thing you guys have been dealing with? The whole neighborhood's a madhouse right now. Hey, where's Beverly? Have you seen her? Is she somewhere safe? We've spent the last hour evacuating as many civilians as we can, but we haven't seen Beverly. She's probably still in there.
What about Faith? Why isn't she with you?
Faith's trying to hold down the tower.
Oh, I can see it from here, poking out to the ground. She's not doing a very good job.
Whatever these guys want, that seems to be their main target.
Hey, now's not the time to panic. Faith can handle herself, and I'm sure Beverly's fine too. Come on, we're the Paladin Brigade, the sworn protectors of everyone in Greenridge. We're not gonna let some bozos like this hurt anyone, and neither are you. Now, we're setting up an evacuation camp on the coast. Could really use your help getting folks to safety. Hold on, if we can find Jim Jar's scrambler and destroy it, everything should go back to normal. We need to cut to the chase and do that.
No, there's no telling how long it could take to find. The people stuck in there don't have time to spare.
Right.
Here, take these warp stones. Use these to warp any civilians you find to safety at the evac camp. They're definitely not Pokeballs.
You guys got this, okay? We'll be in touch.
You wanted to be adventurers, now's your chance to prove yourselves.
I'm sorry, a natural 20 just got the perfect fact. And I'm very scared.
Slimes in video games are very
No,
unrealistic.
after that one.
Oh, I added that fact last week. Great. Come on, we've got work to do. Paladin Brigade, move out!
Battle of Greenridge has been added to the quest log. Oh boy.
The door's all janked up and we can't get in. Hello? Is anyone in there? Meatballs. I guess no one's home?
Let's try looking for buildings with intact doors. Glitch Ridge. Oh my god.
Boy. The ultra funky music. Jank tunes.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
8 potions. Well,
Wow.
let's see what we've got here. The hole!
Ah! Where are my comics?
That's a really good joke!
Thank you.
Oh my god, I love you. It's a very evocative sprite. Oh, it's very mean.
Oof. I have a front butt.
Oh. 404, horse not found.
I'm sad we didn't get like a buffer overflow of potions out of that chest.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? Are these? Hmm. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh god!
Ah.
Holy fuck! This is horrifying in a way that I have never seen before, and I kind of love it.
Imagine having this happen to you. Oh boy. You really blew it this time, huh, Claire? Oh, fuck you.
Whoa. Let's be nice to the people we're saving, okay? This is a high-stress situation for all of us.
Makes you think this is all my fault, huh? Gee, maybe the fact that every other catastrophe since you moved here has been your fault? Oh well, at least I got a chance to see some monsters up close. Yeah, well, show's over. Get in the fucking Pokeball.
Was the chair supposed to work with her?
The chair's her husband.
Oh.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Reed, Yes. Oh, God. Whoa, Nelly.
Oh boy.
Oh. Check out the cupboard, I guess.
Oh god.
Oh, my.
Hmm.
Oh. The bridge to nothing over nothing.
A bridge over troubled nothing.
Ah, I hoped you would.
That's nice.
Okay. Bridge over troubled otters is pretty good too.
Why are the otters troubled?
They're...
Lost their clamming rocks.
Yeah. Oh, Claire. Why? Just categorically the least tanky character imaginable. There we go.
Supposed to focus on Jogly.
Mm-hmm. Did I call this? No. Okay. A bed. Oh. I don't know if now is really the time to be digging around some couch cushions, Melody.
Whoa! Holy crap.
I stand corrected. Ah, the cool S.
Ah, great. Ooh,
Hi!
it sure is.
I will never doubt Melody's couch cushions again. God, once again, like, the soundtrack for this game just rules so hard.
It's really good.
I think it is now out on, Bandcamp, I think?
Yeah, it is.
The composer also did put it out in kind of a... Oh,
Hello, welcome to my new art studio.
oh, what you missed, Lazel, was 2,000 gold in the couch cushions.
I'm working on a statue of our leader.
Wow, this Queen Verena is a lot more rectangular than I thought she would be.
I just started, asshole.
Oops, okay. Wait, like... Get EX? Okay.
That's my sculpting apps.
$10 for over 100 tracks and some secret memes. That's... What a value. By Grabthar's Hammer. Sorry.
Never apologize. Wow.
Well, that's just there, I guess.
He's just going for a walk.
It is by Grabthar's Hammer, what a savings. I love some good old-fashioned havoc. Oh, hello, are you here to look at our new beachfront property options?
You You're one of Jungly's boys.
For some reason, I thought Alison's eyes got really small. What do you think you're doing to our town?
Oh yeah, the orange bits are her eyes. She just has like funny face paint on her cheeks.
Ah, yes, I remember you now. Apologies. I'm just keeping an eye on the troops. Father has ordered me not to fight you for the time being. I need to reserve my strength for high-level foes. I'm sorry, but that doesn't describe you. Enjoy all the monster attacks and death traps, though. It's extremely rude. We are so a threat. But yeah, the music's been released under, oh god, it's one of the Creative Commons licenses. I forget exactly which one. I think it's share and share alike non-commercial, but I'm not 100% sure. Essentially, you can't put in your own commercial works, so the composer has stipulated that the actual license is a little bit too not granular for her for their liking, and essentially said if you want to use it in the background of your videos on YouTube or whatever, go ahead. Which I think that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, B uses she, her pronouns. I realized midway through talking about her that I wasn't actually sure.
Who do these punks think they are? This town is my territory.
Mom, can I have permission to do one of my... Wait, no, you did Pepper, I think.
I still think that looks like you. It really does.
It kinda does.
What? Can I have permission to do one of my special attacks without getting grounded?
Perfect. Oh, for sure. Let her rip, Pep.
I think they've got it under control in there. The Leon family is fine. Let's go see who else needs our help.
Yeah, her little kitty face is just perfect. Oh. It must have been fun to set up just all of this, like...
Yeah.
Make it wrong. Make it all wrong.
But make it wrong in a way that it looks intentionally wrong, and not like just, oh, you did a bad job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's ice on jellies. This healing jelly, I swear. Closest thing to this glitch world is Moonside. Yeah? Yeah, that honestly tracks.
Oh, and goodbye.
Let's see what payback time does for us.
If payback is a bitch and payback time is a thing, then by the transitive property, time is a bitch?
Can't refute that.
Excellent. Let's go beat up Father Time. I bet he looks like an old crusty wizard, but he drives a van with his own likeness spray painted on it. And he's just a piece of trash.
Just has a wizard van because of course.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean a bitch you'll always?
Ah, damn right it does.
Oh, fucking amazing chat message. Oh, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while.
It's a shame you can't use the Tinker skill to turn these two enemies into a single motorcycle.
Oh, I would love that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. A stitch and a bitch saves the nine. Whoa.
Oh. Oh, I really should have picked up some more scrap. Oh well.
No, no.
Yes. Yeah, you lose out on so much bunny when Allison's corrupted.
No.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go up, or we can go down. So let's try up first. Okay. And what's behind door number 2? Ah, correct. Oh.
Ooh. This is, huh.
Wow, this one's seen better days. I don't know if we should even touch this thing.
I mean, hey, this one might be weird, but that's half the fun of magic. I'm not gonna look the gift spell book in the mouth.
It has a mouth? Okay, well. What does Glitchcraft do? Teaches Jolt, Lovely Aura, Mystery Beam, and Beam Bonanza.
Ah.
Oh boy. you can roll with this, and you can roll with that. Yeah? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. Oh, please tell me the cursor hasn't been on the screen this whole time.
I'll tell you that, but I don't know if I'm lying or not.
There. Yeah, let's just throw that at Claire and see what she does with it.
Mm-hmm. If we don't have a lot of scrap, should we maybe swap Jody's out for that wave breaker?
That's a good freaking point, yeah. The game asks you to try new spellbooks towards the end. I do like how much you can mix things up with the spellbooks.
It's a very neat mechanic.
Yeah, like just... You want a new set of moves? Go for it. Ah, the Sword Guardian Mark 2S. For 2 swords.
Oh my god, that probably is exactly what that means.
I mean, I'm not wrong, right? A basic electricity attack? Targets one enemy? Shoot a beam that deals random damage to one enemy. May also leave them corrupted. Restores a random amount of HP to the whole party. Shoot a beam that deals random damage to all enemies. Well...
That's fun.
Try it out. Also, sometimes leave enemies damp.
Oh.
Oh, I wonder if Jolt combos with that.
Ooh.
Ah, nice.
Very cool.
Extremely random. It's so fun when it goes off without a hitch. That was pretty cool. Hey, everyone did well out of that.
Sure. Great. Did we go in both those houses already?
I think so. That statue looks different somehow. I'm just not remembering it. Well, at least my place is okay somehow. Make yourselves at home if we want to recharge real quick. Yeah, nap would go down real smooth. Should we all take a 5-minute power nap to keep from crashing?
I can't imagine that a 5-minute nap would ever be refreshing at all.
No. Like, you just get comfy and then you gotta stop.
Yeah.
This is bad. Theoretically, the tower should be this way.
Well, we still got people to rescue, so let's worry about getting to the tower once everyone's safe.
All 4 of them piled into that bed. Yeah. Whoa. You know, I guess that's fair. Higgleby Pigglebeeps.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Speed up. Da bunny. Or up to the core guardian. Bellblade does seem pretty good, honestly. Not like good enough that we're still using it, but you know. I do like Allison just biting things a lot. Yeah, you're famous on Natural 20. You're in a lot of this video game. Uh-oh. Okay, let's purify Allison real quick. Beam Bonanza. Oh yeah, making Jody a Spellblade does make a fair bit of sense. Ow.
Ow. Bean Bonanza. Oh.
Hardly ever used Claire's spell, but I guess she does have a lot of good magic spells by default.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, I think you did a Beverly.
Claire? Beverly.
Maybe I did a Claire. I mean, I did a Beverly. I forget. I think I did.
I think maybe you did.
Yeah. Oh my god, Claire, what's going on? I was so scared. I tried to get out, but there was a monster blocking the door.
I'm just glad you're okay. I was so worried.
Look at this, Claire. What are we gonna do? Look at what they did to my family's restaurant. I don't know what I'll do without this place. Piggly's my whole life.
No, Beverly, it's okay. Everything's gonna go back to normal soon. We're gonna fix this. I'm going to fix this.
You mean that? Is that a promise?
It's a promise, Beverly. And this one I won't break. God, I'm so sorry about all this. I never ever wanted you to be put in harm's way. Beverly, I don't know how to say this, but I care about you a lot.
Huh? Well, I care about you too, Claire.
No, I mean... No, never mind. We've got a lot to talk about later. We need to get to safety first.
Thank you, Claire. And all of you. I hope I see you again soon.
Beverly's safe, so we don't have any more business at Piggledee's.
Okay. What do we got left? My secret senses are tingling. Gotta be something over here, right? Oh, or just another path south.
Oh boy.
Ah, beans.
Wow.
Oh! I see.
Javis spawn.
Hmm. Jam Jar loses his head. Good question. Maybe there are just a bunch of guys like this.
Ooh, could you do some fishing over the Great Black Nothingness?
Sounds like a good time. Well,
Ah.
oh, that was a... I'm glad I healed Claire, man.
Yeah. Nice.
Just keep exploding that horse. Might sneak back to Allison's place for a quick little snoozle. There we go. Oh.
I don't think we need to go back in the basement dungeon right now.
On the contrary, I think it was very important that we go back in the basement dungeon right now. Oh, you're back.
From outer space.
Nyam!
Nice.
Shit. No!
Nice.
Did we? Probably we did. Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Okay, so
Raw. Rasputin.
Ah, it's Kid Shop.
Oh boy.
The
Oh boy.
recursive loot scooter. Oh my.
Oh boy.
I mean, we've gotta get the loot scooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yoink, yoink, do the yoinky splinky on the loot scooter. Alrighty.
Good idea.
Not bad.
Wow, cargo space. No. Cargo road.
I mean, car do go space if you're Melon Husk.
Thank God I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Borderlands has something. I mean, a lot of games have like, hey, kill this thing real fast and it'll explode like a loot pinata, so. In this house, we love Loot Scooter. I do want its treasure, though.
What are you kids still doing here? We're under attack.
It's times like this when people need adventuring gear the most.
Yeah, we gotta arm everyone. We gotta help fight back.
I admire your spirit, but if you looked outside lately, your new location isn't exactly going to get much traffic. Yeah, leave this to the adults, guys. Hey, have you ever two wanted to teleport? P-Brain?
Boy, have I.
Every single day of my life, yes. Well then, here's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That should be everyone. Now let's see if we can find a way to the tower to help Faith.
Aw.
Aww. We're not permitted. Oh.
Oh boy.
Howdy.
Howdy. Y'all like poison?
What?
It's a simple question, miss.
No, we don't like poison. Why would anybody like poison?
Well, it's too bad, 'cause I got you some. Made some poison versions of some of Dad's underlings. Y'all probably run into them later.
Should we say thank you? Is that what you're expecting here?
We don't have time for this.
Oh god.
Y'all like poison?
Like the band Poison? They're pretty good. Hey, Squeak.
Hello, Squeak.
Poison is fascinating. I would not care to be poisoned.
This hurts real bad, but I'm very intellectually stimulated right now.
Like, there are a lot of things in the natural world that I am fascinated by, but would not like to be subject to.
Like cis people. You can't.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't. You
I'm
can't just
sorry.
do that.
I just did it. Oh. Well. Oh, you're welcome, chat, I guess, for the yawns.
You ever heard that if you don't find yawns contagious, it means that you're a psychopath?
I have not read that. That sounds like a lie.
It's probably a lie. It's like you... or a sociopath, or whatever the term is for it, but it's like you don't care about people, so you don't connect with them enough to yawn when they yawn. Definitely not a real thing.
Definitely, absolutely fucking false.
Weed, caffeine, and alcohol are all arguably drugs.
Poisons, also.
They sure are. Oh. They're jugged up poison possums. That's for sure.
Oh, possum big naturals?
You ever had caffeinated weed alcohol?
Oh.
It's bad.
You know, if Monster Bread works out, I could make the ultimate bad times and monster
Make
edibles.
beer bread with weed in it? Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Oh.
I feel like you would just feel normal after one of those.
Oh no, I assure you. that would be bad. Oh, you got your Dream Dragon in Flight Rising. Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm assuming Flight Rising. Oh. Now, I think you did, Paula. I think?
Late as usual, Galetta. Like the new threads, Javis made them for me.
Paula, why the hell are you siding with these jerks? Greenwich is your home. Aren't these people your friends?
Your friends, maybe. I never really cared about anyone around here.
Stick around long enough, this song gets interesting. Ooh. Is that why you decided to turn on us?
I'm getting to talk more slowly now. It was a factor. But I have my reasons. You wouldn't understand.
You're right, I wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. Paula, 2 days ago we were co-workers. We never really got along, but I thought we kind of had a back and forth. We had banter.
Nah, I've always just hated you. Hated the banter, too. You were never as charming as you thought you were. Paula, please look around at what you're doing. It's not too late to reconsider all this. What's there to reconsider? I was offered a spot on the winning team because Javis recognized my natural talents. I'd have to be an idiot to turn him down. If you knew who you were really up against, you'd be second-guessing your loyalties too.
And who exactly are we up against?
Yeah, what's the deal with this Queen Verena you and Shaved Dice are working for? I've been asked not to say too much.
Paula, thank you for the head pats. Meow, 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 meow.
Thank you. But don't worry, you'll have a chance to meet our boss real soon. Javis is summoning her below the tower as we speak.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
You don't.
Anyway, if you manage to get into the tower, the boys are really looking forward to seeing you spring all the traps, and I don't want to ruin their fun. I'll leave you to it. Later, losers.
God, she really knows how to grind my gears.
You're telling me.
What are we gonna do about getting into the tower? That's where Faith and Jevis are. Sorry, Jimbo's are, but the path's blocked.
Question. Should we reconvene with Province? Maybe think up a plan together? Wait, the basement dungeon!
Oh, not this again.
No, hear me out. Remember when you found that back area in the basement dungeon below the tower? Things haven't gotten too scrumbled down there. That might be our way in.
Hey, it's worth a shot. Right, let's move out then. We need to get to Faith. Jar Jar stinks, is that you? Oh yeah, you're right about the music though, that's good. Oh, the anomaly glitch area theme just called Scrumbled? Amazing.
Very good.
Did not know that. That's very fucking good.
Okay, this is a good sign. Looks like everything's intact down here. Let's make a beeline for the back area. Let's make a beeline for the corn area. Not this way, back area's due north. So like north is like east, but halfway to east from west. But like up ways. There you go.
Hey! Jody!
Jody!
Oh, wait, nope.
I think it was you, actually.
Jody! Nope. Jody! Whoop.
Meow.
It's really hard to shout in a posh accent. Sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I knew you must have been worried sick. No, there's no time for that now, dear. I'm just so glad nothing happened to you. Lord knows I needed some good news today.
One appropriately long hug later. See, I told you we'd bring Jody back in one piece.
Don't assume this means you're off the hook for your little secret lair down here, Missy. Well, there'll be plenty of time to lecture you later, provided we're still at Greenridge to go back to after we deal with your little friend here.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Oh, get a snacky treat, Squeak.
All we have to do is stop Jangles and shut down his machine and everything will go back to normal.
What are you doing down here anyway? The ringleader of those interdimensional ruffians found a way into the tower's basement and then disabled the elevator so he wouldn't be followed. Normally, I'd be alerted as soon as he set foot in there, but it seems the attack on the town was all just a diversion, so I wouldn't notice the break-in. Yeah, Jav, bomb, zim, bomb, nope. Jarbly really loves his diversions.
Excellent work, dear.
Thank you. Do you have any idea why he might be targeting the tower?
Paula said that John Jacob Jingleheimer is trying to summon their boss, someone named Queen Verena. Yeah, you ever heard of her?
Can't say that I have. Wait, did you say Paula? You mean Paula Cassidy? She's working for these people? We've got a lot of catching up to do later. Hold on, I think I might know what he's after. Have you ever noticed the way that the tower seems to pulsate with magical energy? Yeah, Faith, I think I noticed the big tower a block away from my house that glows bright pink at night. Well, that's not just for show. The central obelisk is a giant ancient mana conduit.
And if this Verena is even half as powerful as if they shave she is, then Joshtar will need a lot of energy to summon her.
Precisely. Hold on, if the tower's a big magic generator, how come we don't have villains going after it all the time? Seems like a pretty useful thing to have. Because it's not a particularly good one as far as we know. Its power output is oddly low. But, the Jomblaze have technology that seem to defy our understanding of magic. Did I do it right? If we had to turbocharge the tower for the summoning, we're in deep trouble.
Sweet
Look-
GST reference, bro.
Thank you. I've been catching up on their YouTube channel. Exclamation point YouTube in the Twitch chat, by the way. Look, I shouldn't be letting you in here, but the clock's ticking and we need to find... Jormbly. Jinkies. How do you make it so easy?
So how are we gonna get in? This looks like a dead end.
Oh, ye little fucks. Oh, God, I almost used my own name for a pun. That's a slippery slope. Anyway, observe.
It's a flippery faith. Oh. Neat. Wow, I came really close to discovering the secret passageway, huh?
Perhaps. But you would have set up about a dozen alarms, so be thankful that you didn't. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Let's go. Some actual track titles from the OST. Green Ridge themed at 37% softer. Lo-fi beats to restore HP and MP to Gay Station TM. It's always gay in Green Ridge. Oh, what's this? Over gay. Gay Dog 2. That time Jodie was going to be a dog. Labyrinth Rave, but the bouncers wouldn't let you in. Amazing. Welcome to the Guardian's Vault. Home to everything the old Guardians wanted to keep from prying eyes. Wow! This place has been under Green Ridge the whole time? Yes, and like I said, you shouldn't even be here, so please don't tell anyone about the vault. Yes, ma'am. Given the dire circumstances, I'm going to bend the rules and let you arm yourselves with some of the items in here. We need to be ready for a real fight. Lots of dangerous relics stored here that you shouldn't touch, but anything in a regular old chest should be fine to take.
See, I always knew you were cool, Faith.
Don't get any ideas. But all this junk is worthless if we can't use it to save our town. Oh, and I apologize in advance for all the traps and sentries, but you should be able to handle those. It's a cake. Hey, Julie! I've also set up this warp back to the evacuation camp in case you need to restock on supplies. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and try to stall... Jorts. If he wants to tap into the tower's energy, he'll be on the lowest level. Okay, just be safe down there, Faith. Don't underestimate him like we did. Please, if this scoundrel thinks he can mess with my town, he's got another thing coming. Now let's move out. Would like to check out town just real quick. Ah.
I'm keeping an eye on the civilians here while Holly and Rhett keep looking for stragglers. Feel free to rest in here if needed, although please don't dawdle too much. Time is of the essence here.
This camp doesn't seem like it can hold many people. I know Greenridge is a small town, but there's got to be at least a couple thousand residents, right?
Look at our cool Geneva Convention compliant medical symbol.
Yeah.
I don't tell you how to do your jobs, so please don't tell me how to do mine. Province, you tell us how to do our jobs, like every day. Oh, yeah. Well, only the neighborhood immediately surrounding the tower is affected, and this is only one of several locations we've evacuated people to. So, yes, this camp is as big as it needs to be. Now, what did I just tell you about dawdling? Adorable bat character. They're so cute.
They're very good.
You finished saving us yet?
We're working on it.
We'll work on it faster. I was in the middle of a book when we were attacked, and I forgot to bring it with me. It's a terrible book, but I need to finish it in order to complain about it properly to the librarian.
Hey, thanks for saving us. This camp is 3/4 sleep, apparently. And also for letting us teleport. That was great. We couldn't bring most of our products with us, but we've got some of the essentials if you need to stock up.
You wouldn't happen to have any sort of lifesaver discount for people who saved your lives, would you?
Nope.
Brace yourself bracelet. Okay. Then got all those spell books. I would like a couple of picnic sets. I mean, we could just get 10 and be set for a while.
It's true.
Hey, Beverly, you doing okay?
As okay as I can be doing at a time like this, I guess. It's not easy, but I'm trying to keep spirits high for the sake of everyone else here. Besides, you're gonna deal with this. Said so yourself, Claire.
Yeah.
That didn't sound very confident. Come on, Claire, you're a professional adventurer. You got this. You just gotta get pumped up.
You're right. You're right. We've got this. We're not going to give up our town so easily.
The spirit, go get him, Claire.
They've pumped me up.
Dang, these tents are real.
Huh? Who the fuck gets a real tent?
No. Oh, in part due to you, Unnatural 20? Is that an official Twitch emote? That Geneva Convention compliant health pack? What the hell, Jody? You're supposed to let us go over spikes. Exactly. Why waste time pitching a tent when you could just paint it on the ground?
No, that's a good point.
Many people are saying this. Ah, gold.
Lucky.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh, they're cool.
Chaos.
Mm-hmm. The god of destruction. It's a GDQ emote. I see. Chomp?
Someone just sent me a cursed food image. Pre-packaged goldfish-shaped ham. Nightmarish. Awful. You get that awful, like, cheap deli ham. And you get it chipped, so it's just like dust, and you just mold it into it. Just cram it into a goldfish mode. You got ham nuggets.
One of the effective attempts to work around the Red Cross status as a protected symbol has been, quote, inappropriately suggesting an affiliation with Switzerland. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because there's some video games that just kind of shrug their shoulders and invert the colors. Oh.
Hey, Jax.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Jax.
Yes, my love?
What's the best part about living in Switzerland?
The country's GDP being propped up by an inordinate amount of Nazi gold.
Nope.
Oh?
Well, I don't know, but the flag's a real plus.
True, they don't do extradition.
That was a pretty cheesy joke. Was the context full of holes?
They don't do extradition, so you could, for example, steal the no-fly list.
But then what would all the idiots lesbians do with their time?
They just stay silly.
Wow.
Hyper jail, not as much fun as it sounds. Did that make a duck noise?
It sure made a duck noise.
I know that its name is Crime-U, but I do keep reading it as Crime-W. I'm just like...
Crime you and let slip the hacks of war.
Huh?
Shut up.
I think it was a good effort.
Another thing that's not as fun as it sounds. Farts? Waterboarding at the Guantanamo Bay. I think we had about equivalent levels of severity there, yeah.
What was yours?
Farts.
Did you at some point say farts are not as fun as they sound?
I did just now.
Like, you know what? I'm not gonna try and gather further context. I don't think there is any context in which this would make me happy. Was there an exchange? Of what?
Of equivalency. Boy, it sure would be nice. Boy, it sure would be nice. You know what would be nice?
What would be nice?
Jax, you know what would be nice? It sure would be nice if the Junker hadn't broken the elevator.
Nothing's ever simple with that guy. Well, come on, we better get a move on and find the way downstairs. Oh, in exchange for the equivalency. I see. Huh, this looks like a trap.
They're gonna
Sure
come to
is.
life. Oh, dang. Whoa!
Oh, they're beefy.
There's beef OA and beef OB.
Why are their legs so short?
Why are their arms so not?
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna set them on fire.
Melt the gold.
Oh, get them damp, apparently, I guess. I guess we can try that too.
Oh, and then jolt them.
And I was gonna
Oh,
put
they
them on...
rust like the gold zombies in Ocean of Bad Boys.
Ooh.
Ocean of Larceny. My favorite game.
Oh,
Stop murdering the cow. Stop having our cow, man.
turns out they hate fire. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I probably should have figured that would happen. Oh well. Man,
Wow.
they're tough. Oh. They didn't get boiled. Ooh!
oh.
Scare. Frighten. How long does it take?
us?
I'm curious.
Yeah.
$56. Jesus.
Whoa.
Oh, we can't run from this one either.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't know how we're gonna gaslight gatekeep girl boss our way out of this one. Okay, good. Corrupted one of them.
$56 minutes.
Fucking incredible. Okay, they're both corrupted now.
Yay.
Good. Oh, very good.
Ah.
Oh, oh,
Uh-oh.
huh. Melody cries to rev- Oh no! Oh.
What? Hey, what?
Oh my god. I see one of them at a time. Guess that makes sense.
And knowing is half the battle.
Hmm.
Attacked by 3 boots.
Attacked by 2 boots! Boots!
2 boots Johnson blocks the way.
Music here is also extremely good. Woof duffa. Okay, so best not step on the
No,
switch.
that's not. There's a keyhole on this pillar. I'd assume it'll move out of the way if we find a key.
Huh. Well, we sure haven't seen anywhere that we can... Well, that chest's empty already. That's not fair.
Yeah, what to put? Oh, it's empty.
What about Jarvis or Jimaroo and his boys took whatever was in here? Man, what the hell could they have been looking for down here? They can't just be stealing treasure or they're able to clean this place out. Okay, save dialogue. You got a honey key. I do want that treasure chest. Oh, shit.
Get the potion puppies.
They are very precious. That
Guess what,
is-
Jax?
Yes, my love?
I have to deal with biological needs.
Oh my god! Y'all, get you a girlfriend with biological needs. Or some kind of partner with biological needs, anyway. Or don't. I'm not your mom.
Don't listen to her. Kiss a robot.
Or that. That's also fine. Little concerned that this means that she does have her headset on while dealing with those biological needs, but here we are. We're just gonna deal with that, I guess. I'm not a robot, but we're both in favor of kissing robots, just as a matter of course. Ears are biological, but do they have needs? Many people are asking this. I did also just cast First Aid and that multi-healing spell in the same round, so that wasn't exactly the best use of my time. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all. I've been so tired all day today. Just been resisting the urge to nap all day long because I just knew that once I got comfy cozy I would not want to be getting out of bed again. Ugh. Oh, potion puppies are so mean. There we go. Oh, potions dropped potion. Ooh. Silver plate helm. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of the mana drain not actually getting anything off of me. Pretty okay with that. Potions drop themselves?
Sorry.
I mean, does the potion of all potions contain itself?
Whoa. Stop drinking recursive potions.
You first, asshole.
No! Glug, 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 glug.
Ah, thank you.
Glug, 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 glug.
The secret benefits of running out of MP on Elsa. True. One of the most important parts of the Buff Allison 9000 times strategy is the kiss your GF. You know, I've not been using the kiss button that often. I really should fix that.
It's because we're at 69 kisses. We can't change that.
That's a good fucking point. Okay, let's see.
I'm actually back now.
Your
Part of those needs included the fact that it's kind of cold in here, so I needed my slippers and a hoodie and some hot cocoa.
Oh, you comfy.
I'm super comfy 64 now.
Are you super comfy and cozy and warm? Oh,
Absolutely.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh, fighter's headband.
Ooh,
Oh.
a header's fight band. Ah, great.
Huh? Got a feeling that one of these does poison. Not sure which one.
Spiked collar separating their goo.
Oh yeah. Kinda good. Slime fashion is hard, so, you know. Take what you can get.
If you were a slime girl, Jax, what flavor would you be?
Orange soda?
Ooh.
Based off of nothing in particular, that is just what popped into my head.
Fair enough.
Mwah. Well, anyone who bet poison was correct. Oh, Dr. Pepper flavored slime is pretty good.
Ah. Dr. Slimeberg.
I'm pretty sure I've seen orange colored slime characters. I think. Strawberry Dr. Pepper. Oh my god. I really want that so bad. I think Delta was talking. Delta was talking about, is it strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper in our Discord? Exclamation point Discord, by the way, for all the hot Dr. Pepper news. Not news about hot Dr. Pepper, but news about Dr. Pepper that is also
Newsflash! Still bad.
She slimes in Dragon Quest. She slimes, bee slimes on the slime floor. Yeah, okay, elevator still broken. Beep, beep. Flaming Dr. Pepper. Oh, hot Dr. Pepper like sex Dr. Pepper. Understandable. Oh wow, look at this globe, it's huge! The kind of stuff the Guardians have been keeping to themselves down here, huh?
I mean, I'd say the massive private library here that has God knows how much magical knowledge makes me more jealous than the big globe.
Yeah, but look, Claire, it has both moons.
Oh damn, you're right. Never mind. Cool globe. Sleet is not a fan of the peppers. I don't mind Dr. Pepper, but I do mind hot Dr. Pepper.
Relax, foolish Harrys. I'm not here to obliterate you. Not right now, anyway. I am merely taking this opportunity to do a bit of studying while the monsters and traps do their job. I must sharpen my intellect if I am to outshine my brothers. Father says he loves us all equally, but I'm sure I can persuade him to love me more equally. However, I'm afraid that all your books are very stupid and bad.
Hey now, some of this would kill to study in a place like this.
Well, I'm doing it without the killing, and I still say it isn't worth it. Would not recommend. Anyway, please do not attempt to provoke me. My brothers and I promised the bear she would be the first to pummel you, and quite frankly, she scares me. Neat. Oh, flaming Dr. Pepper involves a dash of habanero sauce and not actual fire. Neat.
Neat.
Neat. Scare.
Many years since I drank those.
Oh.
Do they have any cocktails that use Bovril? Oh.
Just walked into it and there. Overall, I mean, I guess any cocktail that uses a meat stock would qualify. I guess you could kind
Certainly
of...
there's plenty of those, huh?
I mean, it might not be a terrible addition to a Bloody Mary.
That's actually a good point.
Right? We did walk into the enemy, but I thought it was still just going to be a statue. So I don't think I was at fault from this one.
I mean, it is still a statue. It's just
True.
mad at you.
Well, I attack with my mystery beam. I get you with my beam is one of my favorite fucking bits of nonsense to come out of Tumblr.
Rare, bloody, beefy. Oh.
Whoa. It's a good point. It is basic attack twice, isn't it? Whoops. I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
Yay!
Yeah, let's just pummel. There we go. Vodka, orange, and chicken stock. Just a tiny little guy in a boot. This game has a lot of very good tiny little guys.
That's true.
Oh, I was hoping for a key, but I'll take a bunch of money. Whoop. Oh, an orange chicken that you can drink. Ooh. What's in the little prison, do you think?
Criminals. Oh, maybe there will be some moss to eat.
I hope so.
I eat the moss, yum yum.
Yum, 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 yum. Oh, there's a question mark up top right on basement 1.
Ooh.
Little jails for tiny criminals.
Little jails for little criminals.
Mostly an egg.
Wow. It sure is mostly an egg.
Dang. I didn't think they could top the... What was it? Most of an egg?
Most of an egg. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Scare.
Stinky egg. Stinky egg.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Bad time egg.
Oh. Chomp that egg. I've been sitting on the windowsill that long.
It's so wet, it's ready to go.
Oh. First attack? Oh no. That's probably also not good. That's a lot of poison damage. Did not see what the text from first attack did, so hopefully it's fine. Oh, I think she gets damaged when she attacks.
Wow.
Oh. It has no health left. There we go. Okay, well, we fought that for no good reason.
The bestiary entry for the mostly an egg.
That's... How long has this picnic set been here?
Don't worry about it. Treasure chests are excellent at preserving food.
Yeah, let's
More
check
important, what crime did the picnic commit?
Okay, here's most of an egg. There's nothing. This is not a monster. It's an egg. Only most of one. Okay. Mostly an egg next. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling.
Oh my god, I forgot about the gumball guys.
Okay. Out of everything you faced so far, this of all things is the one that has me stumped. I have no idea what this is or where it came from, what it's truly capable of. All I know is they're bad news.
Neat. We need a new mostly an egg so that we can say eat that second egg.
Oh, weird. Eggly most. We explore all our options here. Ooh, well, this seems ominously like the place to go. But also, we have one more key that we need to use to unlock something.
Hmm.
And I do want to use it. Ooh!
Ooh.
You guys think Jim Jarrett might have gone this way? Nah, this hole looks like it's been here forever. Dust in here hasn't been disturbed in years.
I suppose whoever or whatever was held in the cell must have managed to escape. Well, I am not squeezing myself into this creepy crevice, so let's just assume there's nothing interesting this way. By the way, can we talk about the mysterious secret jail beneath our town? Is that setting off any alarm bells for you three?
Oh yeah, big time.
Greenridge has been around for hundreds of years, and not every guardian has been as upstanding as Faith, to put it mildly. But we've got more pressing matters to deal with than this history lesson.
Okay. Where are we on that map? Oh, anyway. Oh,
Yay!
Okay, so that's 2 surplus keys that we've got now, I think.
Ace. Oh, well, it does specifically say 1 key.
Oh!
But
I thought we picked up another one at some point.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, definitely the video game's wrong and not me.
Yeah.
Oh, we picked up the weird key, that's true. I thought we did pick up another regular key at some point. Well, I hope there's something cool back here.
Mm-hmm.
What's this, Precious? I mean... weird. Maybe there's some kind of hint about what to do with this somewhere in the library. Frankly astounded there wasn't just some kind of flavor text for putting that one in. Okay, so... where are we right now? We must be basement 2, and... apparently is a staircase back here. I mean, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, maybe it's hidden behind a bookcase. Maybe that's what that button presser does.
Oh, maybe. This is not the kind of game that would just put the clue on...
in a random bookshelf? I would hope not.
yeah.
There's still that little peeper beeper.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
curious
glass.
about it. Like, we should be in the
Oh,
right...
but we have to go from that secret staircase.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so now we're... yeah, there's... oh,
Uh-oh.
balls. Less haste, more speed, as they say. Do they still say that? I feel like they
Do you
still
think
say that.
if you kick those guys in the nuts and make them double over, then a bunch of pepper falls out of their face?
God, I hope so. If we don't get it in the next, like, couple minutes, then yeah, we'll probably go with that hint. Oh, they're so mean to Claire.
Oh!
True, Claire is the one with an attack that they're weak to, but also so mean to Claire. Yeah, Yeah, I've been kind of bad about getting taunt up in some recent battles. Whoops. Let's get taunt up. Oh, once it's been inspollinated, its attacks barely do anything. Good.
Yeah. That's a cool enemy type.
Mhm. I guess we're maybe a little bit behind where you were with the leveling curve. Oh, well. Chance. Wow. Yeah, when there's a group of two, taking down one has made these battles a lot more survivable.
Mhm.
For some reason. It did do 9 HP when it attacked, even when it was smalled, so I don't know. Okay. Back on track. Back. Okay, well these guys are easy meat at least. Oh yeah, maybe it was still in its second phase. I don't know. We'll have to watch the tapes. Which you can do if you type exclamation point YouTube in chat.
Mhm.
That links to our highlights channel. We also have a VODs channel, which I think you can get to through the channels menu under that. So subscribe to both. It really helps us out.
Don't we have like snap.gay take you to our link tree?
That actually goes to Twitch. I should probably take that to our link tree though.
Oh,
We also do have girlstream.team, which takes us to a page with very little on it, but it does have a link to our link tree, so that's fine. Okay, so I think that the little funny question mark was like... Now, where are we in this? I think we are in the top...
oh.
Yeah. So, like... Okay, yeah, I think a little hintsky about that, that puzzle might be nice. Because I'm confused. Look for conspicuous books. Okay. Oh boy.
Conspicuous books.
Yeah, we'll try and do something with the book on the north wall. Oh, I just did a completely brain out turn there. Whoops. Oh well. It's fine.
Mhm.
The battle art in this game is really, really good. I need to shut my phone up.
I forget the name of the dithering style, but it looks very nice here.
Just gonna have I'll be chugging ether, I think. There I go. Blub, blub, blub. I think that's fucked up for the potion. Like, chugging a potion in front of it.
You drank my family. Can you maybe go behind the boxes?
Maybe.
Is there like a secret behind us? Oh.
Behind us.
Are we definitely on that level?
Yeah, this is basement 1, so...
Hmm.
Oh no, it's weird. I would like a hint about the question mark. Yeah, is it something we can do something about now, or is it just kind of there? Oh, wrong room. 2 cards. Oh shoot! Yeah, look. Yeah.
Okay. I thought last time you opened it up that we had to get there from the secret staircase.
Okay, no, yeah, yeah, we would have to get there from the hypothetical secret staircase. Whoops. Okay.
I'm book looking. I'm looking for booking.
I'm looking for a booking. Nope.
Oh.
Be gone. Oh. Well, this is...
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a book open on this table. And the page number is highlighted for some reason.
Oh, this must be some kind of clue from Faith. Probably a passcode we'll need to remember or something.
Well, the number highlighted is 493. Let's commit this to memory. Ready, everyone? 493. 493, 493. Got it. You're making me feel like we're on a vaguely educational TV show for toddlers with an audience participation angle.
Oh, I was wild about those. I'd always hop up on the couch and holler like the host would be able to hear me. I was kind of a pro at the parts where you had to name basic shapes. Claire, look what you did. She's on a tangent now.
That's part of shapes. No distractions. 493. I'm remembering this number.
Wonderful joke. Just wonderful.
You just have to make up a funny little song for the thing that you have to remember, and then you'll never forget it. If you're expecting me to have one for 493, I didn't. I'm just giving you advice.
493, it's time to pee. Sounds like something moved in the room we're just in. Let's check it out. Ah, the secret staircase. Oh boy.
Secret enemy having room.
We can't just not go this way.
It's true. Ooh, treasures.
Oh, okay, so we've got Yoshi's cookie, cool hat, spellbook, orb, wand, cool knife, forbidden D6, Groucho Marx mustache. Oh, and I think they ran out of cool objects, so they're repeating.
No.
Oh, the flame rod!
A lame fraud.
The moonblade!
A boonblade.
Sword! Sword!
Sword.
Vaguely enchanted. She did say not to touch anything in the cases, but... I don't know. Enchanted staff that replaces the user's attack with a slightly weaker Scorch. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
I love Allison. Snooze, you lose, sucker!
Oh, shoo, you son of a bitch. Now we're talking.
Solar plate armor. Pocket healer.
Ooh.
Celestial vestments. Celestments.
Ooh.
And a bunch of money. Sweet. And a cool door that we probably can't open right now.
Wow, we have access to all of this treasure, but there's still this last door back here that's super locked.
Darn, guess it's off limits.
A locked door is just a door that hasn't been unlocked yet.
I think Claire's turning into a fortune cookie.
Help, my organs are becoming a piece of paper. What I'm saying is maybe Faith will let us come back down here if we ever find a key for this door elsewhere.
It is okay, and you're so correct if both Melody and Allison are your two favorite video... They're two of your favorite video game characters.
Absolutely okay.
Yes. Oops. Forgot about the tropical shirt. Can't just be living on island time. Oh, I forgot to... the fighter's headband. Oh. Yeah, I don't want Melody to be under-equipped. Okay. Well, I'm glad we did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. What is Melody's wand like right now? Ooh yeah, the cactus wand's a straight upgrade, yeah. Okay. Right, how do we get to basement 3 quickly? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, so we're in basement 2 right now, so... left, I think, okay, yeah. Right.
Look left and all the way down.
Okay.
We ready for whatever's behind this door?
Oh boy.
I was starting to think you wouldn't make it.
Paula.
Paula, this is your last chance to reconsider. Let us through. I already told you there's nothing to reconsider. We've all got our parts to play. The boys are in the next room over, keeping little Miss Guardian busy, while Javis summons our boss.
And that leaves me to deal with the 4 posers role-playing as heroes. I've been chosen to be the last line of defense for this new world we're building.
Oh, please.
See? Told you wouldn't understand.
All I see is an opportunistic lunatic who sold her own hometown out at the first chance she got.
I know you've listened to more than enough pop punk to get that everyone's hometown sucks. Well, I guess we're at an impasse. We're never gonna understand each other through words. Maybe we'll understand each other through worms. Maybe this'll get through your thick skull.
Oh, big lady.
Ah.
Uh-oh. Oh, I did forget to heal us all up. That's okay.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, we can't have picnic lunch in the middle of a battle. Well, time to improvise. Why are you clapping?
Because the fucking song slaps.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being mean to me.
Never mean to you.
True, we can picnic if we do wind up losing. Whoa!
Whoa!
Okay. Well, that hurt. It's lovely aura, just... let's see.
Ah!
That was a beefy heal. Look, that was a beefy hurt. Okay. Let's see. Well, and Allison's got haste on, so I might as well. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna use Geezer.
Man, that magic of yours sure is annoying. Let's do something about that.
Oh no! Cursed cast? Oh no! Oh, it drained all my...
Ouch.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that's just what the spell costs? Oh, right. I didn't realize that Geezer cost that much. Or that Jody was so low on MP. Oh, Cursed Cast deals damage to you every time you cast a spell. Okay, that's fine. That I can deal with. Okay, I think I can keep everyone up. I guess we'll find out. That'll keep Claire up if Paula does her round slash, but she didn't this time, so good. Okay, Jodie needs to recast her thing. Let's slow Paula down also. The send you to jail spell? There's a send you to... Oh, yeah. Its binding chain is pretty good, actually.
It's true.
Also, props to this game for actually letting you put status effects on bosses, because, my god, So
Yeah.
many games is just like, you got status effects? Well, sorry. They're just not going to work on bosses.
Yeah. It always turns it into, well, then I'm just never going to use status effects ever.
I mean, binding changes. Oh yeah, it does say a regular enemy, right? Fair enough. Okay, I'm starting to feel confident here. So it's about time for the game to mix things up a little bit, probably. Let's see. Let's just first aid player a little bit. Arm. Should really haste Jodie, 'cause I'm using her standard attack.
Yeah.
Oh wow, everyone resisted that really well. What happened?
Huh.
I'm not gonna complain.
Ooh, Paul's burnt.
Oh! Oh, Claire got
There's her.
just... slam a jam it. Oh god, I've not even tried Blink yet. I wanna... I kinda wanna see what the animation is now.
You do have that spell that lets Allison do extra damage to burn foes.
That's an extremely good point.
Oof.
Fantastic.
Flawless.
Oh,
2 levels for most of them.
god dang. Stand down, Paula. You lost.
Figures. Only way you could beat me was in a 4-on-1 fight, Galita. Pathetic. Besides, if you think this is a win for you, you're dead wrong. My job was to stall you, and I just bought Javis enough time to finish the summoning. No! Guys, come on, maybe we aren't too late.
So, how you doing? Okay, you just straight up can't talk to her. It's ready! Thank you for entertaining our guest, boys. Why don't you get down here and fight me yourself instead of hiding behind your underlings, you rectangular reprobate? No thank you. What's the point of all this anyway? You're wasting your time with a faulty mana conduit. The energy's just going to dissipate. Ah, yes, that would definitely be a problem. Good thing it's just missing its control panel. What? Where did you get that? I believe that will be clear in a moment. Faith, we're here to... One step further and you will be obliterated. Oh, good. I was worried. I was hoping we'd have more of an audience for this.
Oh no.
Now, let the summoning commence.
No!
Oh.
Oh.
Huh.
Hello, mortals. Your goddess has returned.
Our... Excuse me?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you forgot to give me a proper introduction, Javis. I spend all these years thinking of the perfect line for when I return, and they don't even know who I am.
Ah, apologies, my queen. I must have gotten distracted. Should I... Wait. I know. Let's give them a hint.
Tree grill bench statue. Who is this?
It's... Well, I believe it's supposed to be a statue of you, my queen. They'd be sat as erected in their village.
That's not me. I'm never that erect. That doesn't look anything like me.
It looks a little like you.
I suppose I've really let my hair grow out. But that armor, blech. And did they think I was an elf? Do they still not know what humans are? This can't be happening.
Enough. You two attacked our town. We deserve to know why.
Jody, don't. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Queen Verena, or Verena, I really don't know which, leader of the Verena Empire. But I believe you know me by a different name. Squap Doubledy-Gumpin-Thorpin Strimbledips the Third. Something must have gotten lost in translation over the centuries. I believe the locals have been calling me Tim, Fortuna, the goddess of magic. And if I'm not mistaken, that's my magic you're using.
Fortuna? The Fortuna?
The one and only.
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. This is just a lot to take in.
I bet it is.
What exactly are you doing here, Lady Verena? You've been gone for so long, and well, we never expected you to return like this.
Please, cut the formalities. Grovel all you want, but I know your true colors. I've been to countless worlds and countless universes over the years, some more memorable than others. But yours is special. No world has managed to piss me off quite as much as Reverie. I wasn't planning on coming back, but the stars have aligned for my return. So who was I to turn down a little payback? I guess I'm just petty like that.
Payback? I'm sorry, but we have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, first of all, you're squatting in my tower. This tower, the one I built myself. But that's beside the point. Let me put it like this. Your world is broken. It was already pretty broken before, and I only made it worse by giving you ungrateful mortals magic 1,013 years ago. Oops. I was young and foolish. I thought sharing my magic would be a nice gesture. Boy, was I wrong. I probably should have known better. Magic does more harm than good. That's not true. The magic you gave us isn't a burden, it's... Yeah, tell that to the people who used to live in that irradiated valley to the north of here, which you are all apparently just fine living next door to. Or what about the hordes of invasive monsters all over the island? You think they just evolved naturally? But you of all people should realize how much magic sucks, Miss Guardian.
Excuse me?
Come on. Trying to keep Claire from blowing the whole town straight to hell is a full-time job for you. You know my name? Of course I do, Sweaty. You're the reason I'm here. Anyway, long story short, I'm taking my magic back.
Your what?
You heard me. Sharing my magic was the biggest mistake I've ever made, and I'm going to fix it. But don't worry, your magic won't go to waste. Once I've reclaimed all that energy, Javis and I will use it to reset Reverie. Your magic has done far too much damage. We need a clean slate. Your world will be replaced by a better one, designed by yours truly.
With me as a creative consultant.
And I'll be sticking around this time to make sure things run smoothly. It'll be a beautiful new realm befitting your goddess.
Okay, we've heard enough. Goddess or no, you're out of your mind if you think we're gonna give up our magic and our world without a fight.
Ooh, the kitty's feisty. I like you.
Jody, hey, maybe don't pick a fight with the literal goddess of magic.
No, please do. It'll be much more fun if you make things difficult.
My queen, if I may, sorry to interrupt, we are already behind schedule today. There'll be plenty of time to pummel the beasts later after you've settled in.
Very well. I've waited this long. I can wait a bit longer.
Your patience is unrivaled, my queen.
Plus, I do want to at least see what they're capable of before I take my magic back. Alright then. You know what? Let's make this interesting. Javis and I will leave your town for now and relocate to our main base atop the tallest mountain on the island. It's the one north of the valley. Can't miss it. I'll give you time to recuperate, as I'm nothing if not generous. But we're going to administer a little test. Send me your strongest fighters within 1 week. Let's see if you're all bark and no bite. Did you catch that? All bark? Because you're... Anyway, on the off chance you manage to impress me, I may just decide to recruit you into the Verena Empire. It's so hard to find competent spellcasters these days.
And what, become your personal peons forever? Oh, no, we do offer compensation and a pretty comprehensive benefits package. We're not monsters.
But if you fail, Javis and I will continue with our original plan to drain your mana and reset your dreadful planet. Those are my terms. They're not up for negotiation. You've got 1 week. Don't let us down.
Just look at me. Clap your hands aside, I'm angry. A short time later. There. My force field should be able to keep them out while we regroup. Greenridge is now officially under lockdown. Let's head back to my office. You four have got some explaining to do. The Goddess of Magic. We're up against the Goddess of Magic. And the phones and internet are still down, so we can't contact the outside world for help. How the hell did this happen? Okay, for those in the room who are less religious or less magically inclined, can we have a refresher to make sure we're all on the same page? Like, obviously we all vaguely know the basics, but how big of a threat are we dealing with exactly? Province can probably summarize this more eloquently than I could right now.
We're fucked. Very well then. Rap bap boppity boppity bark bark bark. Oh no, we're actually gonna do it. There are many myths about the gods, some easier to reconcile with our modern understanding of science than others. For instance, people used to believe the gods created the whole universe. But we know now about the Big Bang and all that. Many people still believe, however, that the gods are immortal beings from some other part of the cosmos who used magic to create reverie and our solar system. The story goes that they created our sun, set the planets in motion, seeded reverie with life, and made sure we didn't all go extinct. Whether or not this is true is up for debate. I love the fucking TV. Even today, with most of the gods acting as public figures, they don't like to give firm answers about Reverie's ancient past. But we have no historical records.
So whether or not they created Reverie, they've definitely been around for thousands of years and they're all super powerful, right?
Correct. And for most of that time, they were the only ones on Reverie with any knowledge of how to use magic. Sorcery was considered the domain of the gods. It was what separated them from us mortals. But at the dawn of the arcane era, for reasons we don't quite understand, a member of their pantheon decided to share her gift of magic with us. And then she vanished.
Think about how much magic affects your daily life. All our technology,
Don't have a lot of cards.
our infrastructure, healthcare, transportation, communication, everything. That's all thanks to the goddess of magic. And supposedly she and her new friend Verena are one and the same.
Should we believe her?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Any bozo can just say they're a god, right? Meatballs. I have every reason to believe she is who she says she is.
As a follower of her teachings, I have so many questions. Where could she have been all these years? She regrets giving us her magic. Why didn't she do something about it sooner? And who the hell is this Joe Johnson Jojima guy she's with? I'm not sure if these are questions we're capable of answering.
Look, we have to address the elephant in the room. Claire, what did Verena mean when she said you're the reason she's here?
I don't know. I'm not in her head. She's some kind of immortal, all-powerful goddess. I'm 21 and a part-time waitress.
Claire, enough. Verena knows your name. She knows who you are. Why?
Meatballs. Fine.
What am I looking at?
A book. It's a spell book I borrowed from the Guardian's collection.
Joe Johnson, Jojima, creator of Jetal Jollid.
It might not look like much, but the more I read it, the more I began to suspect that, well, it belonged to the goddess of magic.
What? Claire, why wouldn't you tell me about this? Why would you do this? Whoa. Let's not escalate things here.
It's not like you were using it. Besides, most of the spells in there are for everyday tasks. I thought you wouldn't care. Lighting candles, healing minor scrapes, ripping holes in the fabric of reality to summon a goddess in to kill everybody, that sort of thing. It must have been the first spells Verena taught anyone. It's all kid stuff at this point.
I know that can't be all.
Meatballs. I may have also... Meatballs?
Meatballs.
I may have used a ritual in that book to give Melody and Allison their magic.
You're kidding me.
I'm not.
Ah, of course. Should have known something was up. I know you've all been training, but to make so much progress so quickly, don't you realize how dangerous that was? You could
I
have
do
killed
now,
them.
yeah.
Just how much power did you give them?
Only a little. Just a little boost to get them started. It's not a big deal. At this point, they're only about as strong as me and Jody. We don't need to make a federal case out of it.
I think we do. Because whatever you did, it got Verena's attention, and now she's challenging us to a fight to determine the fate of the planet. It's the Cell games all over again.
We're gonna have to have some kind of a space jam. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. I get it, okay? This is all my fault and I'm a huge screw-up. But at least I'm trying to fix it.
Fix this? In what reality have you done anything besides make things worse? You keep pulling these little stunts thinking you're invincible. And all it does is put the people around you in danger. Do the consequences of your actions... Sorry, excuse me, beep bop boop. Do the consequences your actions have for others even cross your mind? Do you even care? God, if I had any sense, I told you in the tower to make sure you don't do anything else foolish.
I second this idea.
No, don't take this all out on Claire. This is my fault. Faith, when you let me and Claire start this guild, I swore to you I'd keep her safe. I've clearly failed spectacularly to keep this promise. If anyone wants to take the blame here, it should be me. Jody. Meatballs. I think things are getting a little too heated. We've all had a long journey and probably need food and rest, and I've got a lot of options to mull over. It's getting late. Let's all talk about this in the morning. And I think, considering we've gone a bit over time, that is going to be where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
I think that's a good spot for it. Oh boy. I'll catch you next week on Girls Stream Team.
Ah. Y'all, thank you for sticking around. Where am I? There I am.
I'm all alone. No, I'm not.
Always appreciate having you all here.
Mhm.
Let's try and find someone to rate. Oh, the headpat's meowing.
Meowing for days.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm trying to find where the buttons are. Oh! Z Scribbly Noodles going. We'll give them a raid.
Nibbly Scroodle.
What's our raid phrase gonna be? I mean, Jeff Janding's pretty good.
Jeff Janding. I don't have anything better.
Me neither. Alright. Okay. We're gonna raid Z when we get to their chat. Give them the message Jeff Janding. It has nothing to do with anything, but whatever. Okay. Y'all take care. Have a good night. We'll see you back on Wednesday.
Good night, everybody.
Mwah.
Ah.